Hi guys, so I've been Slapchop painting now for a good couple of years, and obviously it's an awesome way to get your grey unpainted minis into tabletop ready minis. And then this time I've also been 3D printing a whole shed load of minis, and the great thing with 3D printing, that has changed so much over the last few years as well. And now, well, you can almost Slapchop 3D print miniatures. Yep, that's right. You can get miniatures done in no time at all. So take these two for example. Yeah, both look, well, pretty identical here. Slapchopped painted both of these, but one only took 20 minutes to print and the other one, well, just under 4 hours. But can you tell which one is which? Yeah, I know I can't, but we'll check that out near the end of the video. First, we need to see just how quick or why we can get these things printed so quickly. So I love things turning up at my place. And yeah, 3D printers, I've tried quite a few, but the great thing is, obviously, I'm lucky enough to get sent quite a few of them. So Anycubic has sponsored this video, but as always, whenever I'm sponsored by anyone, anything I do, say, or even how I video things, it's all down to me. They don't tell me to do anything other than, well, try out their printers and sort of talk about them, really. So yeah, I love it. Obviously, turn up and all covered and encased. Just need setting up. Good old smiley face there. And that's the thing I love about 3D printers as well. These days there really is no setting up. There's no leveling. They all seem to come pre-leveled and be able to do, well, everything themselves. So it's just a case of getting the printer out of the box, doing a few bits and pieces, and then you can be printing straight away, which is just absolutely awesome. Especially for someone like me, yeah, I like things that I can literally just plug and play. And yeah, this Anycubic 3D printer certainly is that. But first things first, the good old fun bit of peeling off all the protective film. I don't know why, I get a lot of satisfaction from this. I think it's because obviously it's a new thing. Although there's one thing you do have to put, you can put a screen protector on, which is great, because it means then if you do get any problems with the FEP, yeah, you're not going to ruin the machine. So this is the baby that's going to be able to do this fast stuff. High speed resin, awesome stuff. Comes out, well, like water, which is obviously why it is able to go faster for the printer. As always, I'll leave links down below. We can get more information on the 3D printer, what it can do, and obviously all its full specs. So there's only ever a couple of settings I ever mess about with, and that's the layer height and the exposure time. Although to be honest, I generally don't really mess about with settings, as I like to use the settings that sort of are recommended. But as you can see here, yeah, layer height, 0.1 of a millimeter. So typically when I print things, it's normally 0.03 or 0.05. So yes, a 0.1, well, it means it's almost twice sort of the depth as it would normally be. As well as the exposure time, 1.4 seconds. Yeah, typically it can be 2.5 to even 3 seconds. But again, these are the settings that have come with this. This is on fast resin settings, which means you have to use fast resin, otherwise, well, it won't work. So simply put it on a USB, pop it in, and say the fact that it popped up then and said this was only going to take 20 minutes, yeah, a bit dubious, as when I did this on my other machine, it was, well, it's about 3 hours and 47 minutes, I think. So say just under 4 hours. So a big difference, 20 minutes to 4 hours. But as you can see here, yeah, everything printed really well. And guys, honestly, 20 minutes to print something like this is just amazing. As this miniature by Mr. Modulark is actually larger than your sort of typical 32mm sort of size miniatures. Again, I'll leave links down below to Mr. Modulark as well. I love all his stuff because it's all about orcs, which is just perfect. So all the parts have been through the cleaner, and so this is where I really thought I'd start being able to notice just the difference in this miniature compared to when I normally print. As I say, because the layers are, well, twice as much or twice as deep as normally. Yeah, I was expecting to see a lot of, well, layer lines and rough bits. But as you can see, yeah, unless you hold this thing really close, you really can't see, well, the difference, which is quite amazing. Obviously these are going to get primed in paint, so that extra layer is going to sort of help hide any layer lines there are. But yeah, amazingly pleased or impressed with that. So I printed out, say, a normal one, just under 4 hours. I know I wear glasses, but even put these right up to my eyes with glasses on, yeah, you can barely see the difference, which is just incredible. So much so, yeah, I needed to write underneath which one was which, because, well, I'm kind of thinking when you get these painted, I might not even be able to tell. So, yeah. So, usual thing, yeah, good old Colour Forge. Absolutely love their stuff. Been using it now for well over a year. The matte black. It's the mattest black I've ever used. Of all the paints I've tried in the previous sort of few years, yeah, this one, it's a perfect matte black. Plus, they do a whole range of other colours, which is just awesome. Again, all the links, guys, you know where they are. Yeah, dry brushing. I 3D printed a new palette out just because my last palette, well, it had so much paint build up on it. It's sort of, well, it wasn't very rough anymore. So yeah, new textured 3D palette printed. Most of the things that I print that I kind of like make up, yeah, they'll be over on my Patreon page just in case, well, if you want to get some of the stuff that I kind of use in my videos. And now onto the Slapchop painting, which we know is just going to be awesome because, well, I've been doing it for a few years and yeah, what can I say? It is perfect. Although I am going to start doing something that I've always said I'm going to do, possibly haven't done it yet, and that is doing a Slapchop painting, but then improving on it by doing some sort of like highlights, layering, feathering with other colours and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, painting these two together, obviously, again, making them very identical. So batch painting them, whatever I do to one, I do to the other. And I say, I must admit, because I kept picking one up, putting it down, picking one up, putting it down, even I, after a while, couldn't remember which one was which. I say, putting the primer on and then doing the dry brushing, any layer lines that I thought I could see, well, after I printed them, yeah, you then can't see. And I say, I always print things off, well, the recommended settings normally come up as at least 0.05. Which is just awesome. So again, I mean, if you're printing something off and you want it to be ultra sharp, ultra clean, then yeah, you wouldn't print things off at 0.1 millimeters. But for tabletop gaming, when the chances are these miniatures are going to be on a table, you're going to be standing up or sitting down, wherever it is, but these miniatures are going to be at least a couple of feet away from you. You won't see any layer lines at all. I say, even when I put these up close to me, I still had problems seeing which one was the fast one. And don't forget, the great thing with the 3D printing is it doesn't matter how many things you have on the build plate, it's the highest point that determines, yeah, how long it's going to take. So say these guys are actually about 50 millimeters in height, so they are quite a lot bigger than your normal 32 millimeters. So these are 20 minutes, so I could probably build or print a full plate off in about 15 minutes. These sort of build plate sizes, yeah, I could probably get, I don't know, 20, maybe 30 miniatures on one build plate. So that's 30 miniatures printed in 15 minutes, which is absolutely nuts. And in fact, yeah, I think I need to prove that point by, well, printing out an army. More likely it's going to be orcs. But, well, guys, you let me know. What would you like to see me print out? Let's make, say, I don't know, a 500 point army, and let's see just how quick I could print them out. And this really is Slapchop printing, because I'm going to be able to print the army out a whole lot quicker than I can paint it, which generally isn't the rule of thumb. Normally you can, well, I can normally paint things a whole lot quicker than I can print them. I say one of these took just under 4 hours to print. And in a minute I'm going to have them side by side, quite close up. And yeah, guys, before obviously you see which one's the fast one, leave comments down below whether you think it's the one on the left or one on the right once I hold them up in just a second. I just want to thank Anycubic again for sending me this Photon Mono M7 Pro resin 3D printer. As I say, yeah, it is just awesome. And again, 3D printers, the prices are coming down all the time, but the specs of each printer is going up, which is just amazing. And if you've ever thought about getting into 3D printing, yeah, definitely do it now. As I say, prices are great, and you can print an army in, well, next to no time at all, which is just absolutely nuts. So yeah, last thing to do, just a little bit of a wash on the metallic bits here. But other than that, say, nice simple paint job. Love how these have come out. Obviously love Mr. Modulorc's, well, Orc figures. And as you probably noticed, yeah, this one is designed on the cowboy from Fallout. So yeah, love how he looks. Awesome figure to obviously mess about with. So that's pretty much done now. And now, can you tell which one is which? So before I reveal it, yeah, leave comments down below. Is it the guy on the left or the guy on the right who's the fast one? I say, even with these close up to my face, I could only just about tell there's a little bit of layering in one of them, but not enough to worry about, that's for sure. And I say, these are generally going to be at least 3 foot away from your face, if not more. And the smaller ones, well, again, we'll do some printing with a full army. So let me know which army you'd like to see me print, and I'll have a go at trying to find the files. So drum roll, please. Is it going to be Mr. Left or Mr. Right for the the fast one? So yeah, put them on these little bases. Something I'm going to start doing now. So miniatures, I can use them to play with, or I can stick them on little bases just as, well, nice little things to go on my desk. So left or right, left or right, left or right. And Mr. Left is, well, the fast one. So this dude, 20 minutes to print. And yeah, you really can't see the layer lines at all. So unless you get it really close to yourself, or what I did do was I zoomed in with my phone. And then yeah, I could see the layer lines. But normally, nope, couldn't see any difference between the two of these, which is nuts. I say 20 minutes or 4 hours. I know which one I'd rather be printing out at. So as well as Slapchop painting, yeah, I think we've now got Slapchop printing, which is just awesome. So between the two of these techniques, yeah, you can print and paint miniatures. Well, you could do it in the morning and be playing everything by the afternoon easily. Big full armies. Okay guys, cheers for watching. Like, share, subscribe, leave comments, all that good stuff. Take care. Bye now.